The long, harsh Canadian nightmare is over. And this isn't about winter. Or maybe so, because 12 straight times the Toronto Raptors had no answer for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs. Until Game 3 of this first-round series. It was a chilly stretch that ended a few nights ago when LeBron James was finally a no-show. Actually, that's because the noted Raptors slayer no longer plays for the Cavs. It was Donovan Mitchell and James Harden who took their foot off the pedal, allowing the Raptors to experience their breakthrough. The Cavs-Raptors playoff series is streaking in another direction, if only for the time being. The Raptors trailed just 2-1, and Game 4 will tip off Sunday afternoon in Toronto, 1 ET, ESPN, giving the home team a chance to square the series and inject some suspense. While the Cavs are the more imposing team and higher seed, anything's possible for the Raptors, especially if Brandon Ingram can shake free of his shooting slump. Just the same, the Cavs have been fairly consistent during the regular season, especially once their overall health improved, and rarely string together a stretch of poor games. "We will respond," Harden said. Here's what to watch for Game 4 in Toronto. More from Toronto's Killer Bees. While one of the Bees, Brandon Ingram, stayed mired in a slump, the Raptors turned to two others and got better results in Game 3. RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes both dropped 30-plus points and were a combo that was too much for the Cavaliers to handle. In a sense, those two were more effective than Harden and Mitchell and were a key factor in the victory. Both can cause trouble off the dribble and are capable of hot stretches. Barrett is the better shooter, Barnes is craftier. They find ways to get buckets and together can place stress on most defenses. Ingram, Barnes, and Barrett are a total handful if all three are on their game, simultaneously dropping shots and posing as threats. That's when the Raptors are at their best, because they're not a great three-point shooting team. In this series, Toronto is still waiting for them to be fully in sync in the same game. If the ball moves and the shots drop among them, the Cavaliers have serious problems. More from Harden Mitchell. Speaking of problems, this could go two ways. Cleveland has issues if Harden and Mitchell are mistake-prone and missing shots, as they did in Game 3. Just the same, the Raptors are perhaps helpless if those two are tag-teaming the Toronto defense. So it's possible the series, not just Game 4, will be dictated by the production of the Cavs' starting backcourt. The Harden and Mitchell tandem is a wonderful NBA story, as these two lead singers have found a way to make each other comfortable and productive. That's not easy to do, especially since Harden arrived just a few months ago. But egos were placed aside for the good of the team, and here they are. Both players know what's at stake. Mitchell has a bucket full of sterling playoff performances, 50 pieces and whatnot, in his past, but is still waiting for that elusive trip to the NBA Finals. Harden made the NBA Finals once, but it was well before he became Kia MVP James. In other words, a long time ago, and since then has suffered through a few poor performances in the postseason. All of that can be washed away if they and the Cavs get hot. And their next chance is Sunday. More from the Tyson family weekend. One of the more improbable sports stories is still unfolding. Two brothers are realizing their dream in pro sports. Jordan Tyson, a standout wide receiver, was the number 8 pick in the NFL draft on Thursday, going to the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, his brother Jalen is in the NBA playoffs and is a valuable rotational player for the Cavs. It's the first time two brothers became first-round picks in two different pro sports. When Jordan appeared on the red carpet the day before the NFL draft, their mom, Sandra, wore a Cavs shirt and their father, John, wore a wine-colored suit in a salute to Jalen and the Cavs. Jordan also wore the shoes his older brother wore at the NBA draft in 2024. The parents probably switched up and reflected the Saints' colors later after the NFL draft. Who knows? The former number 20 pick, Jalen Tyson, is making strides after being served a minor role as a rookie. The 6'6" guard moved up in the rotation and took advantage of increased playing time caused by prolonged injury absences by the since-departed Darius Garland, and averaged 10 points off the bench this season. In Game 3, he was one of the few bright spots for the Cavs, notching 13 points and 4 assists. As the Cavs look to use their depth as a strength, Tyson's role in minutes could prove crucial, especially if either Harden or Mitchell struggles again. More from Murray Boyles. The Raptors made a wise decision to draft Colin Murray Boyles at number 9 last summer, because the forward dropped plenty of hints during the season that he could be counted upon in the playoffs. Sure enough, Murray Boyles was a difference maker in Game 3 with good efforts at both ends. He's also pushing for more playing time, and that's important, considering the Cavs bring more experience on the front line. Murray Boyles brings a physical presence and plays bigger than his listed 6'7" frame. The Raptors could use his inside presence against Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. If the rookie follows up his 22 points and 8 rebounds in Game 3 with another mature output, Toronto's chances of winning will increase.